my family have a sort of WhatsApp group where we're all alerting each other to various frauds that have come through on the mobile phone or texts or WhatsApps or whatever. That's a good thing, isn't it, that we're all more aware and alerting each other?
Definitely. The shows you've been talking about, I think they raise public's awareness, which is only a good thing. One of the big problems that you have with fraud is that quite often it can isolate the victims. And if we don't share the knowledge, then people can get caught out more easily.
Do you think a lot of people are worried about admitting that they have been conned?
Yeah, I think there is definitely a stigma attached. You can end up feeling gullible, and some of the terms that we use when we're talking about victims of fraud can kind of reinforce that. But these kind of scams that we see engineered, they're designed specifically to catch people. They work on some of our fears and our weaknesses. They're purposely built to try and entice you in. And just greater awareness and putting the word out about how they're perpetrated is the best way to prevent them.
It's funny, isn't it? I mean, they probably still exist, but it's all come a long way since the, hidden prince stuck in the middle of Africa wants to release several £1 million into your account. It's all become a bit more sophisticated since then.
Yes, definitely. The thing is, many of the scams that we're still seeing around today, they're not necessarily new, but they're becoming more obvious to the public and the awareness is increasing. But all of these scams get improved over time. We see small tweaks here and there, or they add a new layer to it, and it just makes it harder sometimes.
And it's interesting watching as well the way different industries, banks, for instance, are constantly updating you when you try and go on your own banking app or something like that. They're constantly telling you, are you sure? We will never ask you for this sort of detail. Don't fall for it. And then some of them even ask you, are you sure you want to pay out this amount of money to so-and-so? Are they a friend? Are they a family member? You have to sort of almost answer a security system before you're allowed to actually deal with your own money. But that's good, again, that they are alerting us and they are clearly also very aware.
Yeah, very much so. They're some of the industries that will see the pain of fraud. So we have the individuals, but then we also have the businesses that suffer from this as well. And I think we're talking about last year, there was reported losses of about 1.3 billion. So it's no small figure. And this kind of impact, it hurts the individual. It has a significant impact emotionally and financially. But then when we see the impact on businesses as well, that's ultimately going to get passed on to the consumer. So it's in everyone's interest to try and stop this.